easy baskets at the rim for the Lakers against that zone.
Well, that was textbook. I mean, we talk about it all the time. How do you break a zone? You go inside out, draw the defense, find the shooter, or penetrate. Lakers are doing all of those things. We've talked about their three-point shooting. It's been something to behold. Kenny, you talked about it a lot in the pregame show. I asked you, would the three-point shooting of the Lakers be an anomaly in the first game, or could they sustain it? And they broke a record tonight.
Well, they broke a record, but I still think it was what the Heat wanted, but they just didn't rebound out of the zone. Anthony Davis, I had, I think, about 8 offensive rebounds. When I lost, last time I was counting, when you get extra possessions and you give LeBron and AD and the rest of the Lakers extra possessions when you're a smaller, inferior team, I think that broke their back just as much or more than the actual shots made, because they did miss in key moments. They kept getting the lead down to 6 to 5 to 4, but they couldn't get over the hump because they were giving those second shots. So having offensive rebounds and rebounding in the zone, most people forget the last part of defense is rebounding. That's part of defense. If you don't do that, you did not play defense well.
Good point, and you're right. He did have 8 offensive boards. Shaq, it brings me to you.
I forgot you're a coach. You knew that. I forgot. I didn't mean.
No worries, Kenny. I got you guys. Shaq, listen, I'm going to come to you, Shaq, about AD, because there's a new list that he's on that you were already on. 30 points or more, 75% shooting or better from the field. It's happened 6 times in Lakers franchise history. You did it twice. Please help us understand what it's like to be in that sort of a zone on this stage in the finals.
Well, this is the stage where, you have to have minimal mistakes. You have to believe so much is at stake. Even for, the Lakers playing out, so much at stake, so much has gone on. And, AD does have the ability to play outside, like you see him right there, shoot that short jumper. But when he's playing big, when he's playing confident, he cannot be stopped. He hit the game winner in the last series. I think that just boosted his confidence anymore. Plus, you have LeBron saying, you know what, we're going to go through you. This is your team. And you have everybody in Twitter land saying AD is the finals MVP so far. So he's playing with a lot of confidence. And let's just keep it real. The Heat are smaller, and especially with the absence of, Bam Adebayo. They don't really have guys that have a lot of length. He's 6'11", has a soft touch. When he gets it there in the short corner, he just turning around, taking his time. They're not really touching him, putting pressure on it. He's just looking, finding the basket, and shooting over the small defense.
It is tough. The series is not over. Miami Heat's down 2 games. Oh, you know what? I thought we were going to go to break. Let's not do.
Came in the paint. Wondered if that had anything to do with the specific mindset, with the matchup, or with anything about the way you approach this game.
I just want to come out with a lot of energy. Be aggressive on the offensive glass. Playing in a dunker's area. When Bron and Doe and AC get in the paint, they got easy dump offs. And not settling for too many jumpers, just being able to, play in the paint and just kind of dominate the paint area. That was kind of my mindset coming into the game.
Hey, Anthony, you said on the broadcast that you had a few nerves before the game, before the ball went up. I'm curious just how it felt different, in what ways it might have felt different from other postseason experiences you've had getting that first taste of the finals.
Just the finals. First time I'm experiencing this, so obviously you want to come out and play well, and you want to come out and win. Like I said, I've always put pressure on myself. I had the same thing game 1 of the Western Conference Finals as well. So, when the ball gets tipped up, all that goes away and it's just basketball, but everything leading up to it, you're very excited. Your adrenaline is going early, because you're so excited just to be here and get ready to go out there and play. So, it went away early, but it was a great experience for me. A great game 1. Job's not done. We have 3 more.
Allison?
All right, we'll start off with Kyle Good.
Maybe obviously it's been really tough. I'm sure you would love to have more of your family for your playoff run. But what did it mean to you to have your dad watching you in this game and seeing your first finals and to play so well?
It means a lot. I mean, he forced my mom to do that 7-day quarantine to be here. So for him, he's always been the one to, go to all my games, in the home market, not more so on the road, but, he's extremely proud of me. For him to be here, essentially courtside to watch me in my first finals game means a lot to me. We just got to finish it off. I mean, he wants us to win. He wants me to be a champion. So it's a little bit more pressure, coming from him. But it was fun. It was fun seeing him courtside watching me in that first game.
All right, Kyle. Oh, I'm sorry, David Veneman.
AD, so you had 34 tonight, which is tied for third for a Laker debut in the finals. So Shaq's won, then Mike, and then you and Baylor are tied. When you hear those names, obviously Laker history is such a part of the experience of playing for the team, but when you hear those names, what do you think about it? And, do you have goals of being remembered the same way they are and always be associated as a Laker?
Yeah, it's a great honor to be in that category with those guys. I mean, they've done so much for the game, Hall of Famers, and for me to, come out and perform that way and, be mentioned with those guys, especially just as a Laker, with the biggest franchise in basketball, them guys that you watch film on, you idolize, and now to, like you say, be in that category is definitely a huge honor for me. Like I say, what makes it even more, sweeter is winning it. And so, obviously that's a great, honor, but I also want to be mentioned in categories with champions. So that's the next step. But the accolades along the way, the list I'm able to join along the way is definitely something you don't think about. It just kind of happens when you go out there and play, but it's definitely a great honor.
All right, Dan.
AD, you mentioned wanting to be aggressive. With their zone, are there, I think a lot of times with zone, people want to just shoot over them. Is that something that you guys really focus on, still finding seams and trying to get easy baskets?
Yeah, I mean, this team plays a lot of zone. They play a lot of zone in the regular season, a lot of zone in the playoffs. So, and they've been very effective. They won series with playing zone, and we knew they were going to try to run zone against us. I mean, the 2 regular season games we played, they ran zone. And we just try to find ways to exploit it and make them come out of the zone, or they stay in it, make them pay for being in the zone. But they're a team who runs zone, who knows how to play it, and it's our job to find, the gaps in the zone to be successful.
Chris
AD, I know you want to be, wish you were playing in Staples Center right now, but does it feel, coming into this game, did it feel like an NBA's Finals match? Did it feel any different from the other playoff games you've been playing here?
Yeah, I mean, you see the decals on the floor. You see all the, people in the stands. Essentially, you see, the patch on the back of your jersey, patch on the side of your warm-ups. So you kind of see that as a finals game. But like I said, once you go out there and start playing, I don't think the fans are allowed to make any noise. So it feels like a regular game, in the bubble. Even though that pressure of the finals is still there. And so I think it makes it a lot easier for, especially our guys to just go out there and play. But in Staples, it have been a lot crazy. I mean, just playing in front of your home fans and sharing these moments with them. But I think just being here, it definitely calmed the nerves a lot faster.
We'll send it back to Will for the last few.
All right, yeah, I'll take 2 more. Tanya, please.
AD, I wondered how much of an emphasis was there on making sure that you win early, given how Miami has gotten off to really good starts in all of their other series?
We just want to, be a team to apply pressure. They won all their game ones. We lost 2 and won 1, but we want to be able to, come out and essentially take care of home court. But I mean, we want to win every game we play. You know, we never want to come out and lose.